The following is a presentation of Studio Audrain, powered by the Mexico Ledger.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome into the Mexico Ledger Saturday morning sports show. We are once again live from Slumberland Furniture here in Mexico, and it is Super Bowl weekend and a lot of local sports going on. As a matter of fact, we're just going to get right into it. Joining us from the Missouri Military Academy here in Mexico, from the boys basketball team, the head coach Gil Hooker. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
And we also have senior guard Todbileg Boldbaatar. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning to you.
Good
and
morning.
Also joining us here, I'm junior guard Kennedy Barchigei. Am I saying that right?
Yes, you are.
All right. Very good. Coach Hooker, second season as head coach, as a matter of fact. Kind of tell us a little bit about this year's team, if you will.
Well, as more of a rebuilding year, when we lost our best player transferred out, and Noah Trimmer, and then one of our better players towards ACL before the season. So our bench and our team actually rotation actually shrinked. We're playing better basketball as of late. Team ball. I'm trying to get them to play team ball versus individual ball. We got a lot of good individual talent, but just getting it all together has been the struggle this year.
Absolutely. Kennedy, we're going to talk to you a little bit. You're a starter on the Colonel's basketball team. Talk to us a little bit about your role, point guard, I do believe.
Yes, so I'm a point guard for Missouri Military Academy. At the start of the year, it was pretty hard because my last year, I was put also as a starter, but it was just to build myself for this year. So things were kind of a little wonky, kind of nervous, but as I got into the role a little bit, I started feeling more comfortable with my teammates and everything. But yeah, being a point guard here is very, very interesting.
Very nice. So Todbileg, we'll talk to you a little bit about your role on the team. I believe you had a big night against the Lighthouse Prep.
Yes, sir.
24-point performance. That's pretty outstanding. That included 6 threes, and 4 of those were in the third quarter. That's a big performance. What kind of felt right for you in that game?
I was like living in the moment. Every shot felt nice. And when I start thinking about my shot, I start missing. So I just get the ball and like shoot in the motion.
Coach, is that kind of what you tell the guys? Don't get in your head too much. Just if you're feeling it, go with it, or kind of what's your advice there?
I'm more of a percentage guy, so like as of late, the 3-ball has not been dropping, so I tell them that, hey, listen, we're not a 3-point shooting team, but since he done hit those 6 threes, his percentage actually went up.
At that game, he told me, do not shoot threes.
No contested threes. No more contested threes. If you're open, that's different versus.
And I made 6.
He made 6 of them.
Yeah, he did really
Did
good.
we mention you made 6 threes in that game, Coach?
Yeah,
Is he getting the green light a little bit more now, or?
Well, I never tell the kids to not shoot it. I tell them reconsider.
Yeah, reconsider.
Reconsider. Yeah, just tell them reconsider, because you never know at the end of the game, you got a kid that might want to, hit the game winner, but the coach said don't shoot. I'm never that guy. So
there you go. Kennedy, let's talk a little bit about where you're from originally. Tell us about that.
So originally, I am from Kenya. My whole family's from over there. But my parents moved to the United States for a better future for our family. And we live over in Olathe, Kansas at the moment. And my mom, after I graduate, is planning to go back over there with the family so they can help out with my grandparents and everybody else. But my parents are pretty tall people. I'm just a slow grower, so I'm probably going to be like 6'5" next year.
6'5" next year, all right.
That'd be nice.
What's basketball like over in Kenya? Is it a big sport, or what's the biggest sport over in Kenya?
It's not a very big sport over there. Running is a really big sport, and soccer as well. Running over there is actually like one of the top things. A lot of big competitors are from Kenya that run like big marathons and everything in the Olympics. And soccer, now I don't know too much about soccer, but I know from my family that soccer is a really big thing there. They celebrate soccer a lot. That's what I know.
Todbileg, you are from Mongolia,
Yes, sir.
as I understand it. What's basketball like in Mongolia? It's a pretty big sport there, right?
Yeah, it's very big sport. I think it's the second biggest sport. The first one is wrestling, national wrestling. It's pretty big out there. And Basketball, there's basketball court everywhere. Outside of every apartment, there's at least one basketball hoop, and the kids and the younger adults really likes it, and everyone plays basketball over there.
Is it a different style
Yeah.
in Mongolia than what you guys play over here? And tell us
Yes.
about the differences on that. You both can take that question.
It's more fundamentals over there. They teach like not one-on-one basketball. They teach team basketball, pass the ball, and they run more plays. It's like Euro basketball, but it's more rougher. It's more rougher than here. They
Yeah.
punch, elbow.
Very
Wow.
physical.
Yeah, very physical.
And do they call those fouls, or
No.
they just let it go by?
Just let it go. They both play the same, so it's I guess fair.
Yeah, yeah. What about over in Kenya?
Basketball is very rough over there. I know that from experience. Yeah, and
Yeah.
the courts are really bad. So
Can you
if
tell us
fall-
about that? You said you know from experience.
Yeah, when I was younger, when I went over there, I was playing and it's just concrete courts. So if you fall, and you scrape your arm.
Mm.
That's what I
You
know.
just got to get up and keep going, right?
Yeah, there's no calls.
Very nice. Coach Hooker, you kind of had a reunion over at the Missouri Military Academy with your basketball coach. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, Brian Menny. Tell us a little bit about that. He is now the activities director over at the MMA, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's. I pretty much followed him over to MMA about 4 or 5 years ago. He called me up and wanted me to be assistant football coach, and I accepted the role. He was my head basketball coach in high school, and he did a lot for me when I was, in high school. So, yeah, he was a really great influence for me then and now. So.
Let's talk a little bit about wrapping up the season. What's coming up next as February is getting ready to come to an end, and of course that will mean districts.
Yes, sir.
Coach Hooker, tell us a little bit about what you guys are coming up.
We got 7 games left in the next 2 weeks. I mean, that's a lot of games. And then right now we're currently somewhere between the 6th and 7th seed, which are 7 teams. We have our little district meeting on the 12th, and we'll all argue our seeds. We'll probably get the 6th seed. But as of late, we've been playing better team ball. So the goal is to win a district game. I want to, before too long, I would like to break the school record, which is 14 wins, and for the season. But
Came close last year. You were just, 3 away? Is
yeah,
that
a few
right?
away. Yeah, a few. Yeah. So we got 7 games left in the regular season, and districts is right after. So, and then Centralia came into our district, and New Bloomfield left. So I mean, Centralia is a little better than New Bloomfield. So
Sure.
yeah. So our district got a little. Yeah.
A little bit tougher, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Kennedy, kind of your goals as the season comes to an end here.
Yeah, like my coach said, the ultimate goal is just to get a district win and to go pretty far into state if we can. But for me personally, my goals are just to get my teammates the ball and get them the shots that they want every game that they want it. That's really all my goal.
Todbileg, you're shaking your head yes. You're agreeing with them?
Yes, sir.
All right. What about your goals for the rest of the season?
It's my senior year, so I want to have as much as fun as possible. I want to play as much game as possible and win as much possible.
All right.
It's my last year, so I want to get most out of it.
You guys going to be watching the Olympics?
Yeah.
At all?
Winter Olympics.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? You think your country's going to do pretty well?
No.
No. Okay. Well, hey, that's all right.
That's messed up.
Well, listen, we want to wish you guys the best of luck on the season. Appreciate you guys getting up early and coming out, and hopefully we'll catch up with you again before the season ends.
Yes, sir.
All right, from Missouri Military Academy, boys basketball head coach Gil Hooker, senior guard Todbileg, Boldbaatar, and also Mr. Kennedy Barchigei. I hope I'm saying all of that right, guys.
Yes,
I
you
appreciate you guys coming out this morning, and thank you so much.
Right.
We do want to thank our sponsors here this morning. As a matter of fact, our studio sponsor, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico. Check out all of the great deals. They have sales going on. I can see the signs here. You'll have to come out to the store and check it out. Also, the United Credit Union, the Weber Family of Pharmacies, Arthur Center Community Health, the Mexico School District, Vanfar School District, and Community R6 School District. As a matter of fact, we have a couple of young ladies joining us now from Community R6 Lady Trojans Basketball. And I want to say good morning to Lydia Hoyt and Adriana Woodson.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Glad to have you guys in here. As a matter of fact, you guys had a game last night. Lydia, we're going to start off with you. Tell us a little bit about that game.
Yeah, it was good. We won by like 20.
It was a good little bit,
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
a good
we
run,
won
Yeah.
a lot. And we were able to get pretty far on our bench, so a lot of people got to play. We hit some threes. Yeah, it was a good game overall.
Pilot Grove, 62-33, a road win. Adriana, how'd your game go last night?
It was pretty good. Yeah, like Lydia said, we really got deep into the bench and we got everybody involved. Got a lot of people some shots, and it was just overall a good game for everybody.
Yeah, nice feeling when you go out on the road and pick up
yeah.
that victory.
Yeah.
Lydia, we want to talk to you a little bit. You're a junior guard and a point guard on the team. You kind of come off the bench a little bit. Kind of what's your mindset whenever coach puts you in to run the offense, if you will?
Yeah, this year I've found a lot of confidence within myself and just trying to shoot more and do everything I can to make sure it's like a good pass or a good play and really just make sure I do my job correctly, which is really important.
Take
So.
care of the basketball.
Yeah.
Is that what Coach Curtis kind of
Yep.
drives in a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Adriana, Monday night had to be kind of emotional for you. You're a senior, and it was senior night. Your team scored a season high of 77 points. You defeated Bunston 77-37. What did that night mean to you?
It was a lot. I was not expecting to feel the way I felt as the game kind of went on, and I kind of realized, the season, we're going to be wrapping up here in the next few weeks. And so, yeah, it was a lot of emotions for sure.
Yeah.
And being on the team for so long, I started playing when I was in 3rd grade, so it was kind of a lot.
No doubt about it. Kind of on your game, Lydia, what part of your game do you feel has grown the most this season?
Definitely just my confidence. I think I've gotten a lot better shooting this year. And I really just, any minutes I get are really important to me because it just helps me grow my experience for next year, being the only junior. So.
Yeah. Looking forward to that senior year?
I am, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
5 seniors on the team this year, all honored on Monday night. Tell us a little bit about that senior class, and what it's like, what makes all the girls so special. And you can name some names here this morning.
Well, everybody's really great. We've all been super close, like I said, since we were very young. Good friends. We've been to trips together, doing things together. And basketball's been a huge part of just us all together. Peyton, she's our point guard, and she is just hilarious. If you really get to know her, she's hilarious. Jocelyn, Kat, and Chloe, they really pull everybody together, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun for all of us, and we all know each other super well, so getting to celebrate together our wins and even losses, sticking by each other is just really great.
Yeah, kind of tell us, Lydia, a little bit about the chemistry on the team. Everybody kind of get along together, and does that show on the court?
Yeah. I think we all get along pretty well on the court. I mean, we obviously have our ups and downs, but you'll have that with the team. And I think the reason some things happen is because we just want to push each other. And, it's all good things that come out of it. But the main thing is just pushing each other and just wanting the best for the team.
Any makeup games coming up? Did you have any games canceled because of the weather, or were you guys able to kind of play through all of that?
It was more playing through all of that. Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't really have any makeup games,
Nope.
so yeah.
All right, kind of tell us what's coming up next for you guys. When is the next game? Is it Tuesday? Is that right?
Yep.
And who are you guys going to be playing?
We play Sturgeon, and that is at Sturgeon. So we're excited for that. We've played them earlier in the season, and we won that one. So we're excited to see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see
from that
Sturgeon
team.
Bulldogs once again, the Lady Bulldogs over there. You've already been to the Sturgeon tournament. How's that court for both of you guys? Is it comfortable to play on? You've been there quite a bit, I think.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, growing up we've been there a lot, so it's just kind of like normal to us. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, listen, we want to wish you all the best of luck. We appreciate you getting up early and coming on the sports show, and I'm sure that we'll have you in before the season ends again.
absolutely,
Well,
thank
thank
you.
you.
All right, from the Community R6 Lady Trojans of basketball, Lydia Hoyt, Hoyt, she's a junior guard, and also Adriana Woodson, she's the senior on the team. Want to wish them the best of luck as we thank our studio sponsors once again, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico, and the United Credit Union, Weber Family of Pharmacies, Arthur Center Community Health, Mexico School District, Van Far School District, and of course the Community R6 School District. As we bring in Mr. Devon Scott, he is the strength and conditioning coach at the Mexico High School, and we appreciate you coming in here this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you here. Coach, for folks who don't see kind of the day-to-day work over at the high school that you do with the students, how would you describe strength and conditioning program at the Mexico High School?
Chaos. Putting out fires consistently.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's a lot of fun. We try to keep it fairly lighthearted. I'm very systematic with my approach there. But as long as we're training hard, we're being consistent, obviously adjusting for our in-season athletes, everyone that's getting a little dinged up, bruised up, we try to have a little fun along with that too. So
yeah, how do you kind of coordinate workouts with so many different sports going on at once, and especially with the school with the year-round activity like Mexico?
It's not exactly easy. Initially, whenever I first got to Mexico, I believe I had at one point 17 different programs that I was running simultaneously, and that was borderline impossible trying to execute by myself. But recently, after speaking with some colleagues, I switched to like a 4-tier program. So the program fundamentally is the same. We might have a couple different iterations of movements and some other variations. But as of right now, it kind of goes as follows. So we have an intro and onboarding program. And essentially that's for everyone that's new to my class, that doesn't have a lot of training experience. Many of my incoming 9th graders throughout the summer. And that just gives them a fundamental approach to mastering the basics. Our hinges, our squats, our lunge, our pushes, pulls, all that stuff. And depending on kind of because I'll have them run that for about 4 weeks whenever they initially get to my class. And if they meet all the standards, they check all my boxes, they'll get bumped up to what I call the novice program. And that's where our freshmen live for about 12 months, and or anyone else that is still kind of not quite where we want them.
Developing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So really it's more of a developmental program, and that is, like with them specifically, we train a lot of front squat, as opposed to like a back squat or a box squat or whatever variation you may be doing. So they're getting significantly more volume than many of the other programs, mostly in due part because we want them to practice said movements. And if you're not getting a ton of reps at these things, how can you get better?
Yeah.
And simultaneously, it also helps with, muscle hypertrophy, developing a little bit, a lot more exposure to time under the bar, all these things. And then following that, we have what we call the intermediate program. And that one specifically is more of a strength focus, and we have like some introductory Olympic movements there. So adding just a little bit more complexity to their training, spending more time at higher bar loads, heavier percentages, and trying to get our relative strength just up a lot. And then following that, we have our advanced. And that's where I probably have 15% of my demographic on that program. And that one essentially is, okay, you're about as strong as I need you to be. Adding 20 pounds to your squat, your bench, whatever, isn't inherently going to like take you to that next level. So we need to make you really fast, keep you healthy, help with a lot of tendon and fascia resiliency, as well as help with like your rate of force development, which is essentially kind of power, how fast you can get motor units to contract. So we have a fair amount of athletes there, and that's kind of our top tier of the program. It's the most complex. It takes a lot of intention because, I could throw one of these other kids on it and they'd probably do well.
Yeah.
But the intention with that is very high.
Sure. Now, I don't know if your ears were burning, but a lot of athletes mention your name on our show every week that they come in, and about how much that you've helped them improve their game. Kind of talk a little bit, because you were an athlete whenever you were in school and in college. Everybody seems to have a really good relationship with you. How do you relate to kids that are in sports today from your own personal experiences?
Well, no two relationships are the same.
Yeah.
So I have different relationships with many of my kids, and you got to navigate those a little bit different. Some kids love banter. Other kids do not do well with banter.
Yeah.
So you really got to kind of find your balance there. My big philosophy with that is, I remember whenever I was in high school, I was very mature for my age. I was pretty reliant. So one thing that really bothered me was whenever I had educators or other adults kind of talk down to me like I was a kid. So my philosophy is, and I tell them day one, it's I'm going to treat you like an adult. I'm going to talk to you like an adult. I'm going to hold you to the same standards, everything I would as an adult. Yeah. Until you show me you can't handle that, then I'll talk to you like a kid. And a lot of them don't like the latter.
Yeah.
So naturally, they kind of step up. I don't talk down to them whatsoever. It's, this is the standard. This is where you are. This is where I need you. Can you do it? And we have honest conversations all the time. I'm not scared to chew them out. And, you definitely have to have a high level of rapport before you can get to that, obviously. But I've really noticed that since I've started treating them like they're adults, how they want to be treated, it's been easy.
Makes a big difference.
Big difference.
No doubt. Well, we're in the heart of basketball season and wrestling as both of these athletes, both sports and the athletes get ready to go into districts. What's the main focus right now? For basketball, it's probably not getting in the weight room, I wouldn't think. Maybe I'm wrong there, but for wrestlers, maybe it is getting back into the weight room, putting on, a little more muscle. What's the kind of the balance there between those two sports?
Yeah, so in season, out of season, we're still going to spend a lot of time in the weight room. Okay. Now, our focus has shifted. Our goal, so we've been on kind of what we call a maintenance block. So preseason, I want to make you really strong. I want to make you really explosive. And then once we get to kind of our, early season and the conference tournaments, all that stuff, it's about just kind of maintaining. Now, as we near districts, that's whenever we're going to ramp things up.
Yeah.
We're going to train pretty hard, but it's going to be really low volume. And it's going to be higher intensity, but again, it's going to be really low volume.
Yeah.
Because there's this fallacy where a lot of people think it's squatting heavyweight, benching heavyweight's going to make you sore. It's no. If your program is correct, it won't. So we work up to where we're at. We don't just write stuff on a whiteboard and go.
Yeah.
We spend months and months tediously planning for this, tapering volume, tapering intensity, so that they're ready for this. They can handle the work, A, and then B, their fascia is prepared for the workload that they're about to experience and take on. So with that being said, our in season, so we might do 3, 4, 5 sets of squat, but it's not going to be 5 to 10 reps or anything like that. It's going to be more 3 reps or 2 reps or 1 rep. I'm not trying to fatigue them. I'm trying to help them peak their strength, their rate of force development. I want them to be their fastest, their strongest, their most explosive as we near their most difficult competitors. And you don't do that by avoiding the weight room, which is a lot of schools get that wrong, unfortunately.
Yeah. And diet has to be really important
Oh my goodness.
all the time, but particularly this time of year, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean,
Eat clean, right?
yeah, and health drives performance.
Yep.
You can't compete if you're not healthy. And if you're not eating well, you're not sleeping well, you're not doing all the little mundane, tedious things correctly, you're not going to be healthy. I feel for those wrestlers right now, man. They want to eat.
Yeah.
It's just
They can't.
so hard to
Yeah.
maintain weight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, listen, I appreciate you stopping by. I want to wish you the best of luck on, everything else and getting ready to go into baseball season, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. We'll try and have you back on here again soon. And thanks for stopping out this morning.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
He is a strength and conditioning coach from the Mexico High School, Mr. Devon Scott, and certainly appreciate him coming by this morning. We do want to pass on some news and notes here on the sports show this morning from last night. Mexico Bulldogs boys team go on the road and lose to Moberly 59-54. Mexico Lady Bulldogs with a big comeback. They beat the Moberly Lady Spartans 65-53. Win number 10 for head coach Mackenzie Mudd and the gals, as a matter of fact. And both Mexico boys and girls will be playing in the Superfan Shootout in Quincy, Illinois today. Lady Bulldogs probably left an hour or so ago, maybe a little bit sooner than that. 9:30 tip this morning for the Lady Bulldogs, and then the boys will tip around 3 this afternoon. As we told you, Community are 6 Lady Trojans victorious over Pilot Grove 62-33 on the road last night. Van Far Indians boys with a big win over Mark Twain 71-34. Van Far Indians girls made it a twin varsity win. They beat Mark Twain 40-32. And Centralia Panthers boys defeating Highland 51-27 at Highland last night. Of course, Mizzou Tigers basketball, the men's team had a solid win earlier this week. They beat Mississippi State 84-79 at home. And the Missouri Lady Tigers, they picked up their 3rd win in a row, as a matter of fact, 87-82 victory over Arkansas. They're streaking just a little bit. They'll be back in action tomorrow to host Georgia at Mizzou Arena. And, of course, the Super Bowl between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks come in as a 4.5-point favorite. You can check that game out on NBC and stream it on Peacock. And that's going to do it for another sports show. We do want to thank our studio sponsor, once again, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico, and our other sponsors, United Credit Union, Weber Family of Pharmacies, Arthur Center Community Health, the Mexico School District, Van Far School District, and Community R6 School District. And I want to thank our producer, Jeremy Jacob. He sets up all of the interviews, and you can check out all of the articles in the Mexico Ledger and see how your favorite sports teams are doing. I'm Matt Pilger, and this is going to do it for another Facebook Live show from Slumberland Furniture in Mexico, the Mexico Ledger Saturday Morning Sports Show.